this is Kamesh Sharma. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are liking my videos. The previous session 1 and session 2. So we have started with the classes that is the chapter 1 consonants. So far we have completed the first 16 strokes in the chapter 1, and that is 16 strokes are also known as called as alphabets in English, and where in steno we call as strokes, right? So in today's class, let us discuss the rest of the strokes, that is 8 strokes. Okay, so before I get into the chapter and before I get into a teaching, so I hope you all never forget to give us a like and share, and also you can also find our subscribe button to get a future notifications from the channel. So, and also do not forget to press on the bell icon. Okay, so thank you so much, and try to share to your friends who really wants to learn this subject, and who really wants to get into the government examinations. So before I start, let me give a small revision what we have learned in the previous class. We had learned the 16 strokes. So those are called as P, B, T, D, J, and K. Okay, so these are also called as straight strokes we have learned. And in today's topic, we are going to, and apart from the straight strokes, another 8 strokes we have learned, that is called as a curved strokes. F, V, it, D, S, Z, ish, G. So my suggestion for you all, just go through the straight strokes and the curved strokes, the 16 strokes, be perfect in session 1 and session 2, watch the videos and come back for this session 3, that is called as chapter 1, called as a consonants. Okay, so let us see the next, after 16 strokes, these are the next 3 strokes we call as this nasals. Okay, we call this as a nasals. In nasals we have a 3 strokes. So how did these 3 strokes form? Draw a circle like we have done before to form a straight strokes and to form a curved strokes. Same like that, draw a circle. So in the previous chapter we had discussed the side curve, open bracket, close bracket, and the side curve. Now these nasal 3 strokes are formed from above the circle and below the circle, the curve. You will be finding now. So let me write and show you that this is the above the circle curve and this is a below the circle curve, and it is divided into light and dark. One is light and another one is dark. Okay, so you can ask me a question. So do we have a light and dark in this? Right now it's up to you. You can write as you wish. Okay, so we have only 1 stroke, we don't have a light and we don't have a dark. Whereas coming to the down curve in a circle, we have a 2, one is light and one is dark. Okay, so let us keep a names for this. So the upper curve is called as an M stroke, and the down curve which called as N. And if I write the same thing in a dark way, this is called as a ing, I-N-G, ing. Okay, so remember, how to remember means the upper curve is called as a M, and the down curve divided into light and dark. This is light and this is dark. So light means M, dark means ing. So how to practice this? M, N, and ing. So this is what we have the curved strokes. Out of 19 strokes, or these are the total 16 plus 3. So these are the 3 strokes, that is M, N, and ing. So total how many strokes we had learned till now? That is 16 plus 3, total 19 strokes are done out of 26. Now let us continue with the rest of 3 strokes. Those are called as, the next 3 strokes called as liquids. We call as a liquids. Okay, so the next 3 stroke called as a liquids. And again, from where these liquids are formed, come back and just draw a circle. So I'll give a small thing how this liquid's three strokes have been formed. Okay, so this is the first curve, second curve done, the open bracket, close bracket, the upper curve done, and lower curve is also done. But how these liquids formed from circle? Very simple. In the entire circle, we have left over only with the upper semicircle. You can see this upper semicircle. So this upper semicircle we have left over. Now let's see how this upper semicircle formed into a stroke. I'll divide it into two parts. This upper semicircle I have written like this. Let me divide it into two parts. Okay, so after dividing into two parts, the first part I'm starting from on the line, I'm just stopping till there. So this is called as L. So the same thing, if I continue from top to bottom, I'm not doing anything, I wrote a semicircle which is left over in a circle. Okay, so after drawing the semicircle, I just broke into two parts. The first part is called L and the continuation part is called downward R. Now you should raise a question. Sir, why you are calling it a downward R? And in English alphabet we have only one R. We don't have many R's, we have only one R. But here we have a two R's. One is downward R, another one is upward R. Okay, one is downward and another one is upward R. Okay, and in future, in fourth chapter, I'll be teaching you when to use this downward R, when to use an upward R. There is a separate chapter I'll be teaching you when the chapter comes. But right now, two R's. How to remember a downward R? It's coming in a downward motion. It's coming in a downward motion called as a downward R, and upward motion, that is nothing but you should go upward, that is nothing but same, just draw a line. Okay, just draw a line 30 degrees, just bend it. Okay, just bend it and just draw a line upward motion, that is called as a upward R. Now you can ask me a question, why is it 30 degrees? Because P, B, T, D, Che we had learned, right, that Che is 45 degrees. Che is 45 degrees. By mistake, if you write this R like this, you guys will get confused. To remove this confusion, what I have done is, make sure that you write this R 30 degrees, that will be same 45 degrees. So what we had learned, L, downward R, upward R. L, downward R, upward R. So how to remember L and downward R? Draw a semicircle, break into two parts. The first part is L, the remaining continuation will be downward R. And how to remember upward R? Draw a simple line which is going upward. So that is nothing but a upward R. Make sure that it's a 30 degrees. So hope you all liking this video. So out of 26 strokes, we have completed first 16 and the rest of 3, and these are the 3 strokes, that is L, downward R and upward R. So total how many we have completed? 16 plus 3, that is 19, 19 plus 3, 22. So 22 strokes we have done out of 26. So after this, in the next video, I'll teach you the last 4. And do not forget to like, subscribe and share. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.